year. Are you an overachiever and looking to up your New Year's resolution game? If so, in this video, I'm going to go through 22 New Year's resolutions for high school overachievers. My name is Brooke. I've been an independent college consultant for over a decade and a half. I've helped coach students to perfect scores on the SAT and the ACT. You can check out our online video-based prep courses at SupertutorTV.com. We've also got tutoring information there if you're interested in that. I've got 2 books for the ACT math section. Those are on Amazon. Free mailing list, SupertutorTV.com/subscribe. TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're going to be doing a lot of TikTok rollout in 2022, so make sure you follow us there. Awesome, awesome. Let's get started. Number 22, enter something in a contest. I don't care if it's artwork, a poem, a film, or an essay. You can't win lots of awards in high school if you don't enter any contests. So find a contest and enter it. Number 21, talk to a teacher outside of class time at least once a week. Ask them questions, be curious. Ask them why they love biology or how they got into teaching math. Get to know them, because at some point, especially if you're a junior, a sophomore, or a freshman, you're going to need a letter of recommendation from a teacher. If you don't have a relationship with that teacher, though, it makes it really hard for them to write a great letter. And how do you get to know them? You talk to them after class, in office hours. Be a friend. They're an awesome resource. Take advantage, people. Cool. Next on my list, work on your resume. If you're a teenager, you might not have made a resume yet, but it's a good tool to have not only to get a job, an internship, or research position, but also as you prepare your college applications. It's a good thing to kind of slip in to anyone giving you a letter of recommendation or anybody who's reading your college essays. It's just another piece of who you are that gives us context, and it's a great tool to use in that process. So if you start to put it on its feet now, that's a good thing to do. Okay, number 19, start an independent personal passion project. This is my #1 favorite wow factor activity. We have a whole video on it, so go check that out. Next on my list is plan your summer. We also have an awesome video on summer activities, but if you don't plan those summer activities, it's sometimes hard to make them materialize. Number 17 is read 1 book a month outside of class. If you want to be an interesting person, one place you can start is by reading more. The more books you read, the more fascinating ideas you get to play around with in your head, and it expands your intellectual curiosity. So 12 books, 1 a month, make it happen. 16, you knew it was coming. Make a test prep schedule and stick to it. If you are a junior, I want to see probably 4 to 6 hours a week in the 8 to 10 weeks leading up to your first exam. If you are younger than that, it could be 20 minutes a week, an hour a week. Just doing a few sets on Khan Academy is going to help you build over time those kind of skills that you need, whether it's grammar, whether it's basic algebra, problem solving, or reading comprehension. Get into it, do a little bit at a time, and you're going to be in much better shape by the time all of these tests hit you like a brick at the same time as all your AP classes. 15, teach yourself something new outside of class, whether that's conversational Arabic, riding a unicycle, JavaScript, whatever it is that you choose to do, make it quirky, explore something, and learn something new. It can not only make for a great college essay, but it can help you explore cool and interesting things beyond the classroom. Number 14, make a list of scholarships to apply to or start applying to scholarships. Number 13, tour or research a college a week. You can do it virtually. You could also do it in person if you've got the time or the wherewithal or they're nearby. But try to spend 15 minutes a week researching a new college or university and working on your college list if you are a junior, sophomore, or freshman. It's good to have a good mix. We have lots of videos too on how to build your college list if you want to check those out. Number 12, reach out to a new friend. Is it great to get good grades? Sure. Is it wonderful to go to an awesome university? Of course. But having a social life is also really important. I think sometimes you guys who are overachievers, it's easy to prioritize the work and not the friendships. So maybe a good New Year's resolution for you would be to reach out to people, socialize with them, build relationships, and you will find connections and it will be awesome. Okay. Number 11, learn to cook something or cook for your family. Your parents will like you and you'll have something creative and fun that you've done for yourself and potentially a food metaphor for your college applications. Number 10, explore something cultural. Take some time once a month, put it in your calendar, a little culture day, and explore either a new artist or musician, head to a museum, but do something cultural every month, and that will help enrich your life and your mind. Number 9, find a podcast you love and subscribe. If you don't know where to start, there's a ton of top 10 podcasts of 2021 lists floating around the internet. You can find one, whether it's from Time Magazine or The New Yorker, and get listening. because podcasts are going to push your intellectual sort of brain into a space that's in dialogue with where the thinkers in our society are at, even if they're not teenagers, even if they're a little bit older than you are. It's a great way to kind of stretch your mind. Number 8, curate your social media for the better. Now, I know a lot of you guys are in social. I'm not going to be impractical and tell you to get off social media. Heck, I'm on social media. Thanks for watching. But I will say there is a lot of noise on social media. And what if your social media could be curated a little bit better so that the things in your feed are actually helping you or making you more intelligent or offering perspectives? How can you subscribe to people who have meaningful information or who actually give good tips or who spread life-affirming messages, or people who are inspiring or accomplished or otherwise are going to be a positive influence on your life instead of just distraction and noise? But find ways to improve your curiosity through your social channels and curate those a little bit. Number 7, find a way to exercise. So I think exercise is probably the number 1 New Year's resolution of everyone. As a teenager, that could mean doing an 8-minute workout on your phone for teens. It could mean joining the cross-country team or starting a yoga club at school. But whatever it is, find a way to be active, because when you are active, it helps with your focus, it helps with your concentration, and it also can reduce anxiety. So make sure you're getting out there and moving. Number 6, start a gratitude journal and write in it once a week. Number 5, find a mentor, befriend a non-peer. People who are older than you can have awesome wisdom. If you're part of a synagogue, a congregation, a church, or any other organization where you feel like you're in a community and there's older people there and maybe somebody's doing something that you're interested in doing eventually, talk to them, ask them if they'll have coffee or tea with you and tell you a little bit more about bioengineering or whatever it is that they do that you thought was kind of cool or interesting. Befriending people who are outside of your peer age and social group can be really powerful and awesome, and it can help give you guidance as you walk into this next phase of your adult life. Next on my list, number 4, is be a mentor. Not only can you form valuable relationships from people who've already tread paths you want to go down, but you can also help be a wayfinder for people who are coming up behind you. So if you're a junior, if you're a senior, find someone younger than you to mentor. Find a freshman who's on the tennis team who could use a little bit of help, not only with tennis, but with life. And say, hey, do you want to go get ice cream after our next match? That would be cool. Be a friend not only to people who are just in your grade, be a friend beyond. Number 3, do something really extra awesome and creative for your parents. Your parents are doing something for you and sacrificing and helping support you. I think as teenagers, it's easy to get so self-absorbed in like the universe that you're in. Peer out of it for a second and ask, what can I do super cool for mom and dad? Number 2, pursue a research opportunity or internship by reaching out at least once a week via email. So one of the things that's kind of a wow factor a lot of my students do that get into top 10, top 20 universities is that they somehow curate internships and research opportunities with people who are doing really awesome and interesting work. But those positions do not necessarily come easily. If you want them, you have to reach out and talk to people. Cold calling and cold emailing can work. And if that's how you got to do it, that's how you got to do it, and that's fine. But know that it's going to take some groundwork. Know that you might have to send 50 or even 100 emails or applications in order to get through to somebody who's going to respond and be like, oh yeah, you can come do research with me, or oh, I'd love your help. Another solution, if that feels overwhelming, is graduate students. Graduate students have almost no help on a lot of their independent projects and tons of work to do. So reach out to graduate students, PhDs at prestigious universities or places in your area that might need help on their research projects, and you can learn a little bit about the discipline or areas that you might want to pursue when you get to college. Last one, number 1, is embrace your inner awesome. You know, grades are great, good test scores are great, getting into a good college is fabulous, but what's more important is that you take care of you. You and your personal, emotional, social health are more important than where you go to college, than how much money you make when you get out of college, than what you do with the rest of your life. Knowing that you have found your center and your balance, and that you understand your inner awesome, and that you are able to live your life in a way that is your best self, is the number 1 most important thing to do. So this year, for your New Year's resolutions, I want you to find a way to live that out, whether that's reading self-help books, whether it's reciting mantras or keeping that gratitude journal or whatever it is. but you need to take care of you first and foremost. And so that is my final New Year's resolution for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Tell me in the comments what your New Year's resolutions are, and warning, do not attempt all of these at home. 22 items for New Year's resolutions is insane. Pick one or pick two that you want to focus on to better yourself. And it's a great way to kick off the new year. Thanks guys so much for watching. I will see you in our next video. Take care and Happy New Year.